Sundry Sports for Friday, July 3rd. And starting with Cowboys Wire, we have Prescott, not Cowboys' vaunted O-line, responsible for big play development. Inserting the Dallas Cowboys offensive line into any conversation about dominant positional groups has been a constant for years. That designation still stands, but the ... And we had this headline yesterday, and again, this is just, silly. It's at most equal. They are both equally responsible if you want to be super, super fair to Prescott. Because he would not be able to make any big plays if he didn't have the protection that the offensive line gives him. He's not exactly known for getting the ball out quickly. That's not one of his things. So he would be sacked all the time. He's okay at escaping, but he's definitely not the great escape artist that, say, someone like Tony Romo was. He's all right, but he's gotten sacked plenty, especially for someone with such a great offensive line in front of him. I'm just saying, you can't take away the O-line and expect him to do anything. So there's equal responsibility, if that. Continuing on. Free sanitizer plus free shipping on orders over $30. CBD at its finest. Shop now. Cowboys news, more help needed, but Lamb may be best college football wide receiver in 6 years. That was what we read yesterday. Cowboys lose 2 preseason games to COVID-19. NFL alters schedule. We also read that yesterday. It's technically 3 preseason games that we've lost now. Us and the Steelers both have lost 3 games, while everybody else has lost 2. And what we have left is the Ravens and the Chiefs, so that's not a bad warm-up. That's a pretty good warm-up. GRN. Any 2 1,500 milligram broad-spectrum tinctures for $87. Plus free hand sanitizer and free shipping. Shop now. News. Cowboys run NFC East. Shortened preseason not set in stone. Oh, really? Okay, we'll read this. Sounds like it's new. I don't know why they buried it way down there. Weird. The NFL preseason has never had so much hype. After scrapping the annual Hall of Fame game between the Cowboys and Steelers, the league announced it planned to call off 2 games from every team's summer schedule on Wednesday. But as of Wednesday night, the Players' Union had reportedly not agreed to that yet, and was even calling into question whether there should be any preseason games at all in 2020. Oh, come on. You gonna be fucking cowards? All the players in all the different sports leagues are either cowards or greedy money grubbers, or both. Come on. The exhibition games no one ever cares about are suddenly the top story in the sport. Some people care. Also worth noting in Cowboys Nation are looks at the Dallas roster in terms of experience, as well as what they could steal from having watched another club's recent successes. There's a deep dive into sack stats, and how O-line play and quarterback skills both factor in. We've got video of Cowboys rookies showing off their moves, and a preview of several compelling camp battles at certain key positions. 49ers fans are reliving the day they denied the Dallas dynasty, but Cowboys fans are tallying up the total wins to determine an all-time division leader. Here are your news and notes for July 1st. NFL Players Association has not signed off on shortened preseason. Just hours after word leaked that the league would drop 2 preseason games for each team from the preseason schedule, NFL Network's Mike Garofalo and Tom Pelissero report that the Players Association has not come to any decision on the move. In fact, There are some within union leadership who continue to question whether it's a smart move to play any preseason games at all. Or you could reword that to say there are some within union leadership who continue to question whether or not they have any balls at all. Cowboys lose 2 preseason games to COVID-19. NFL alters schedule. Pray they don't alter it further. The Cowboys are now down a total of 3 of a scheduled 5 preseason games, though one was even more meaningless than the rest. Yeah, but you just said up there that might not even stay the same. From Tom Pelissero, one issue with the 2-game preseason slate from players' perspective, some could have just 23 days from report date to first preseason games. Not much of a ramp-up. Then there's the exposure risk in games that don't count in the standings. A lot to discuss over the next couple days. Cowards. Is this Mike McCarthy's most experienced team? When thinking of experienced teams, the default is to focus on the quarterback. Interestingly enough, scribe Rob Phillips points out that only 12 quarterbacks in the current NFL have more starting experience than Dak Prescott. Time flies. We've just got a lot of young quarterbacks right now, that's all. Ultimate all-time Dallas Cowboys rosters. Bob Sturm breaks down his draft. Sturm fires back at John Machota and drafts basically the entirety of the 90s dynasty that won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. It's a sound strategy, to be honest. From Tom Pelissero, the NFL just informed clubs it will not conduct a supplemental draft this year, per source. Under the CBA, Collective Bargaining Agreement, the NFL may elect to hold a supplemental draft each year. The matter was discussed with the NFL Management Council Executive Committee, and in light of current conditions, the decision was made not to hold one. Okay. Reliving the 49ers versus Cowboys NFC Championship games from the 90s. I sneezed. Bless you, me. The 49ers-centric SB Nation, Super Bowl Nation blog does a trip down memory lane with one of the greatest rivalries the sport had to offer. Unsurprisingly, they focus on the 1994 NFC Championship, where the Cowboys spotted San Francisco 21 points, yet still managed to make the game close late instead of the previous 2 losses. Make the game close late. There's no accounting for taste. Prescott, not Cowboys vaunt. I'm not reading this again. Is Dak Prescott's ability to stay alive for long developing plays a product of the usually stellar offensive line in front of him? Yes. Or his own athletic skills at the position? No. Our Tony Thompson dives into the stats. Like I said, he's all right at escaping sometimes, but he is no escape artist. When you have somebody to look back at like Tony Romo, no, he is by far not that athletic. He's a good runner running forward when he can get through, but he can't get through without his O-line. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb looks pretty good. Let's see. The Dallas Cowboys drafted cornerback Trevon Diggs in the 2nd round. He looks pretty good. Everybody looks pretty good, huh? I noticed there was only one shot of him catching a ball. I hope they're working those hands. We need more interceptions. Some teams are thinking about game day travel in 2020. This is pure speculation at this point, and for some teams it seems nearly impossible. It's unclear how players would have to deplane after a long flight and start playing almost immediately. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that. Please, don't do that. 4 Cowboys training camp battles to keep an eye on. Look for veteran Joe Thomas and promising second-year man Luke Gifford to duke it out on the linebacker depth chart. Darian Thompson and Donovan Wilson will compete in the secondary. Tristan Hill looks to prove his doubters wrong as he battles rookie Neville Gallimore along the defensive line. And Joe Looney gets competition from newbie center Tyler Biadasz. From Dan Rogers. Since all 4 NFC East teams have been in the league, guess which team has the most wins? And it's not even close. Well, it looks like it's the Eagles. Wait, you're showing Cowboys at 0. This must be a thing. Is this wins against the entire NFL, or is it just wins within the division? Who wins the East? That looks like, yeah, that's all. Back. Oh no! Brad's Deals. Up to 80% off every day. Spring clearance sales. Shop now. Watch all the hype about the Cowboys in one bomb show. Blah, blah, blah. Other stuff that I've read already or I don't want to read. Okie dokie. That's good. Moving on. Boop. Yahoo Sports. Read and react. Trending. Cam Newton's deal with Pats is ridiculously low, but he just doesn't care. Because maybe he just wants to play because he's actually somebody who loves the game instead of somebody who's going to sit back and be like, oh, I want more money. Wait, I'm afraid for my health. I don't want to play. Apparently, he's not one of those guys. FedEx calls on Redskins to change nickname. FedEx, what the fuck? Go away, FedEx. Nickname? It's not a nickname, it's their name. Texas A&M hit with NCAA violations. Zion spent quarantine getting ripped. And GOAT of GOATs. That means greatest of all time. I'm getting pretty tired of that term. By Jay Hart. Morning and quick update. We'll be back to our regular daily schedule on Monday when we're rolling out a new series, The GOAT of GOATs. Oh, it's going to get annoying. What is that? Well, the name pretty much tells the story. Who is the GOAT, greatest of all time, of all greatest of all times? Because it's impossible to compare athletes across sports and athletes across generations within their respective sports. That's what stats are for. We're posing the question this way. Which athlete separated herself/himself from their respective competition the most? This makes it easier to compare Michael Jordan's 6 rings to Michael Phelps's 23 gold medals, Babe Ruth's 714 home runs to Messi's 700 goals, or Tiger's 15 majors to Serena's 23. We're putting it to you, our readers, first to decide who is the greatest of all time of the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so forth. Then we're pitting the respective greatest of all times against one another in a no-holds-barred cage match where 16 athletes go in but only one survives. Or something like that. Anyway, your homework for the weekend, because what else do you have going on during a panic-flattened July 4th holiday? If you think that I'm not celebrating Independence Day, then you are sadly mistaken. Is to hash this out with your family and friends. No politics, no COVID talk, just good old-fashioned sports debate that, in the end, proves absolutely nothing. Don't we all miss that? I'm off to my backyard for the next few days. Enjoy the 4th. Enjoy Independence Day. We'll see you back here Monday. Come prepared. I don't understand how you type out an entire thing and you only call it July 4th holiday and the 4th. And you're just completely fine with that. That doesn't sound stupid to you. Wetzel. Ease up on Tom Brady and others for working out. Okay, good. Yes. Peak. Emony Bates is a boon for MSU even if he never plays there. Edom. NFL's best and worst draft classes of last decade. The kicker. Ballroom drama. Jim, remember the dental implant conference we had in Orlando? The one where Bill threw up on that nasty ballroom carpet? Yeah, that one. You'll never believe what they're doing there now. Oh, brother. Go away.
Masks are now required.
Oh my gosh.
Say XCHALUSO de Cubriboca.
I don't know why that was necessary, because it was an alert that masks are now required in a nearby city where masks were already required. So stupid. This is so stupid. Liberty is dead. You can't just have liability. You can't assume the liability for your own health. It has to be dictated to you. It's so stupid. NBA laying down the practice floors. NBA restart begins July 30th with daily and nightly games on ESPN, TNT, ABC, NBA TV, and NBA League Pass. # whole new game. Okay. So, it's in a ballroom. Thanks for reading today's issue of Read and React. Blah, 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 blah. That's all for today. Goodbye.